Imagine a world where you're not constantly chasing someone who barely notices you. Instead, you're the guy they're thinking about, the one they're excited to see. The journey from obsessing over someone to being the one they obsess over is life-changing. It frees your mind to focus on what truly matters, your goals, your work, your growth. Let's talk about Jeffrey, one of 90% of men who obsesses over women. He sees the girl every day, has a massive crush, but says nothing. He just idly sits around while she talks to friends about other guys she's been with. Jeffrey, aren't you gonna make a move? Aren't you tired of obsessing over her while she obsesses over someone else? Now meet Adonis, part of the top 10% of men whom women obsess over. Things are vastly different for these guys. They don't obsess over women, they obsess over their work. And guess what? Women obsess over them? How did Adonis get like this? I'm gonna tell you a pretty embarrassing, cringy, simpy story from high school. It happened about 10 years ago, but it shaped a lot for me. There was a girl I had an absolutely massive crush on. I'm talking an obsessive kind of crush, thinking about her all the time. Going to bed, cuddling my pillow, thinking about her. My friend knew this, and he was a bit of a snake in this situation. One random day, we're chilling in the town center, and he just looks at me and says, "Oh yeah, I'm going out with her now." That hit hard, but I wasn't making any moves. So my friend ends up dating the girl I had a crush on, and I became her therapist. Basically, she'd tell me about their problems. Oh, he messed up, he's not replying to my texts. I'm there, consulting her, giving her advice, just hoping to become the guy she eventually goes to. I was the guy obsessing over a girl who is obsessing over a different guy. It's not a nice place to be in life, believe me. I know it sounds kind of funny, even disgusting now, the story from 10 years ago, but when you're in that position, fully obsessed over a girl who clearly doesn't like you back, it messes you up. It really messes with your mind. You can't focus on other things like your work, your studies, or your fitness because you're always thinking about this girl, and the thought of her with another guy makes you sick. It just shuts down your emotional process. You don't want to be in this situation, but you can't stop feeling this way. It's so hard to detach yourself. Many people won't tell you the truth about this. I'm just gonna tell you the full truth, even if it's a bit cringe. I put in so much time deliberately learning how to attract girls. The majority of guys won't ever admit that or even pursue that journey themselves. I've literally put in years of research, implementation, practice, and split testing to figure out how to become the kind of guy women are obsessed with. And I've narrowed down years of this journey since age 18 or 19 until now, I'm 25 years old. I've narrowed down all those experiences to just 3 main things. You need these 3 things to become the kind of guy women are obsessed with. Listen carefully because you are going to know the secret to attracting women. The first way to make women obsess over you, and I'll be blunt about this, is to be attractive. People can sugarcoat this, tell you all sorts of things that make you feel good, but anyone who tells you how to attract girls and doesn't push the importance of how you look is lying to you, or they're trying to sell you something. You must know that the single greatest way to make women obsess over you, to make them into you, to be the kind of guy girls screenshot your Instagram or Tinder profile and send to their friends saying, "Oh my god, he's so hot." You've got to be attractive, and the best thing you can do to become more attractive is to just start going to the gym, building muscle and reducing your body fat percentage. I teach you how to do that in a video I've made, the best workout and diet advice for attracting girls. There's a card pop up on screen right now. The second thing you can do to make women more obsessed with you is to become successful. Make more money and, specifically, elevate to a higher status. This is something many people try to sugarcoat again, but women, and even men, are attracted to people who are of high status. Status just means your position in the social hierarchy. So, if you ask yourself truthfully right now, where are you in the social hierarchy? There's the alpha male, the best guy, the most attractive, with the most power, status, women, money. Maybe he's the smart, friendly guy at your school or work. You want to level up in the social hierarchy, increasing your status. And the greatest way you can do that is through your work. If you want to become more masculine and the kind of guy women obsess over, you should start obsessing over your work. Now, this might sound good, but you might be thinking, oh, but I don't even like my work. You need to find some work that you are deeply passionate about, which is bigger than you. There's a phrase called self-transcending purpose, meaning it goes bigger than you. There's a reason you're doing this work, and it's more important than just yourself. You can see that with the work I'm doing here, this is bigger than me. I'm not doing these videos for me, I'm doing them for the entire generation of men who are struggling. What deeply motivates me is helping my family. When you have work that is bigger than you, that you dedicate yourself to, because those in your tribe will benefit from your work, you start to relentlessly pursue that. You make more money, and that just makes women far more likely to be obsessed with you. Now, the thing is, women are still attracted to broke guys who are attractive, like Chads and stuff, but having money and being more successful just helps. You might be thinking, won't I just attract gold diggers? I think that's so overplayed in the online space. Bro, I would bet you're not gonna meet a single gold digger for 10 years from now. It's not as common as you think it is. Maybe if you move out to Miami and have a fancy car or something. But you're not gonna meet a gold digger who's into you because you're making $3,000 a month, bro. Relax. The third thing that will make women obsess with you is your personality. And the kind of personality women obsess over is the guy who's loving, but also has this very boyish, teasing personality. Girls are very often obsessed with the guy who kicks the back of their chair in class and kind of drives them insane in a certain way. Because if you're driving her insane, that means she's thinking about you 24/7. What I'm about to say is very important. Notice what number, what position I put personality in number 3. Your personality only really matters if you have the previous points. Because if you have an awesome personality but you're not attractive at all, you're gonna be the friend zone guy. Women can't take you seriously and they're not actually sexually into you. Being a guy who's physically attractive and loving is like an extra topper that women are obsessed over. Being an ugly guy, a beta male who's low down in the social hierarchy and being loving is just seen as creepy, needy, and weird. So you can say, oh, this is so shallow, being judged on my appearance. But the thing is, we're judging girls on their appearance too. So, still develop your personality, become more loving, learn better social skills, but remember to always keep improving your physical attractiveness and your successfulness. Now, I'm gonna give you a controversial bonus habit that will make women obsess with you. This is only for when you're older than 18. And you might want to make sure your parents aren't around when I say this. The fourth way to make women absolutely obsessed with you is to be fantastic in bed. To ruthlessly dominate women, the girl you sleep with, and fully make her remember you. So she'll walk out, message her friends, oh my god, you will never guess what I just experienced. By the way, the advice you see online about sex is not good. When you've gotten enough of your own sexual experiences and you go back and read all that advice, all the Reddit posts, all the stuff you've learned online, like, yeah, this is how to make her come, do this with your fingers. Bro, when you reread that, once you've had some sexual experience and become good at sex, you realize how stupid that advice is. And pretty much all young men are following the exact same advice. This routine of, yeah, slowly take your clothes off, slowly, and do this with your fingers. Every guy's following the same advice, and they don't realize what girls truly obsess over when it comes to sex. It's not just the guy who gets butt naked, butt up high in the air, performing oral or some other generic moves. It's the guy who just like, yeah, if you're interested in this, scroll down to the description of this video. There's a link captioned how to dominate in bed. Go click on that link right now. Maybe you've been watching this video with a sense of nihilism and hopelessness, thinking, well, I can never be like that. I can never be the guy women obsess over. The thing is, if I believed that same thing, if I thought, oh, I could never be this guy's at age 16 or 17, I would have just given up. It was hope that got me into the gym. It was hope that got me working hard on a business, making money, becoming more successful. And now, I don't want to be vulgar or boastful with you or anything. It's always weird talking about your success with women because people think, oh, he's lying or he's boasting. But I have no problems whatsoever in my dating and sex life anymore. And that's because I had the belief to start with. How much progress can I make? Look at what I looked like when I was 15 to 16 years old. I was not very attractive. I wasn't in shape at all. I was just weirdly goofy and I didn't know how to talk to girls. I was just so weird and awkward around them. I wasn't being invited to parties or anything. I didn't have this opportunity to attract girls. When I was 17 years old, I remember getting on Tinder and literally getting 0 matches. I literally remember eventually when I got 2 matches and I sent both of those girls the same message. Hey, what you up to? That was my game. I would literally send messages to girls saying, hey, what you up to? I had 2 matches on Tinder, right? It took me like a week to get them. I sent the same message to both. And this one time I opened Tinder and both of them disappeared. Both matches disappeared. Now, I had been unmatched before, but this was when I was a loser. I was like, no, there's no way that 2 girls just unmatched me. There's gotta be a bug with the platform. I sent an email ticket to the support team of Tinder and I'm like, there's gotta be a bug with my account. The 2 girls just disappeared and I'm sure they wouldn't have unmatched me. What I did after that was I almost deluded myself to think that I could be the top tier kind of guy. The guy who would have no problem with girls. And maybe that's what you should do right now, right here, right now. You should just somehow find a way to convince yourself that you will be that guy who eventually gets girls. Just not yet, because it takes years to develop yourself, to build a really attractive body, to get better at social skills, to be able to take way better pictures and awesome videos. It takes a while to develop from that. But if right here, right now, you just convince yourself with a little bit of delusion, yes, I will be one of those guys. And I'll put the work in, and yeah, it's gonna take years, but forget it, the time's gonna pass by anyway. That was another thing I actually experienced being around 17, 18 years old, speaking to friends at the time, and I was talking about getting girls. I remember one of my friends literally said, oh, but it's gonna take too long to get into the gym. It didn't make any sense to me because I literally just thought, okay, well, the time is going by anyway. If the time's going by anyway, why does it matter if it's going to take too long? No offense to that guy, but 9 years have passed since that conversation. I've built a physique that gets me a lot of matches on Tinder and likes on Instagram. I've built a sexy physique that literally makes women lust after me. And his friend looks the exact same, if not even worse. His idea was, oh, well, it's gonna take too long, but the time went by anyway. And all that's left is just the results of the discipline and the delayed gratification. So, I want you to do something right now. Close your eyes and imagine yourself in the future. You're making a good amount of money, you've really been working on yourself, improving your productivity and focus. You've started either a business or you got into a better and better career, and you're making a very good amount of money, an almost unreal amount of money stacking in your bank account. You literally see that big number, then you look into the mirror, years in the future, and you have a rock solid six-pack, defined shoulders and arms, and you've got this teasing, boyish, loving personality that girls find irresistible, and you've learned how to absolutely dominate in bed. With all of those things, aren't you obviously going to be the guy that women are obsessing over? Yeah, but everything we just mentioned, making more money, becoming successful, building the body, the personality, being better in bed, these are all skills that you can level up. They're not fixed. These aren't based on your genetics. You can improve all of these. Imagine your day in life being switched around. When you're no longer that guy who's obsessed with the girl who's obsessed with some other guy. You're that guy the girl's obsessed over, while some little chump is obsessing over her. You're relentlessly focused on your studies, your career, or your business throughout the week. You're going to the gym with your friends and everything. And it just feels normal to get a text from a girl who actually really wants to see you. How do you make that into a reality? Well, you get on to self-improvement, and for the rest of your life, you stay humble and realize that there's more improvements, more things you can learn, more skills you can level up, and you just keep constantly leveling up as many areas of your life as possible, because you have this hope, this belief that you can go and build that perfect 10 out of 10 physique that will get you so many more matches on Tinder, so much more attraction in real life when you're wearing your muscle fit shirts that make you look good. You can level up your social skills and become more charismatic and more pleasant to be around. You keep improving yourself, you keep working hard on your business, and then you have the belief, the hope that you can level up to the point that you're making so much more money than every other guy around you. And your status in the social hierarchy starts going up and up and up. There are some men, those sigma male, grind set type of guys, the cringe motherfuckers who say, oh yeah, women are all trash and stuff. There are some guys who think that what we're discussing here is a waste of time and shallow, thinking about improving yourself to attract girls. This is not shallow. Improving yourself to attract love into your life is one of the most important things you can do. Why? Because it leads to the most important thing you will do, which is becoming a father. You see, everything you do here as a young man, building more success, going to the gym, improving your confidence, those things are awesome. They make you feel good, you feel productive, you've got goals. That's awesome. But when you zoom out and see your life on this time scale, the single most important event will be the birth of your children. And you want to hope that you are the kind of father who can raise them in the right way, with discipline, to raise your boy to be masculine, to raise your daughter to be feminine. Perhaps the most important part of all this is to choose the right woman to have children with. So, what if the right woman for you, who would have been the perfect mother for your children, the perfect wife for you, is not going to be attracted to you and not enter your life just because you refuse to go to the gym because, oh, it's not going to work, but she kind of likes it. She's attracted to guys who are in shape, and imagine you're not one of them. That would have been the woman you were supposed to have children with. All the things we do here on self-improvement lead us to be more eligible to attract the high-quality partner that we want. A lot of guys will say, this is crazy, oh, you're doing things for women. But the thing is, bro, wouldn't you love it if your future wife was doing these things for you? Wouldn't you love it if she thought to herself, oh, I really want to be a good wife for my future husband, so I'm going to learn how to cook and take care of the household right now. I'm going to read books on motherhood right now just because I want to be the best wife and mother for my children. We would love that. And so she would love it if you were preparing yourself for the relationship you were about to have with her too. So stay on your self-improvement journey. Keep delaying gratification. Don't succumb to the pulls of instant gratification like Netflix and porn. Focus on improving yourself and getting to the point when you are the kind of man who will attract the kind of woman that you want. That might be the most important thing that you do with your life. If you have any questions about this, drop them in the comments below. I'll make a video answering them. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel.